Okay, in the last little video, we came up with all these values for these columns. What I'd like to now do is go over to Desmos and graph on what's going on and see if I can't figure out a way of summarizing it. So I'm going over to Desmos, and you can see in Desmos what I did is I just called this first one y equals f of x, and I plotted our points. That's the data we were given. In the next one, we made the second column where we took y equals f of x plus 2. You can see that all these y values were just the original y values plus 2. When I tell Desmos to plot the points, you can see that all of the points are just 2 units higher. So when we add 2 to the expression outside the expression, that just moves up the whole graph too. All right, shut that one off. Look at the next one. You can see that each of these y values were obtained from the original by subtracting 3. When I turn it on, you can see when we plot the points, all of these points are just 3 units lower. So when we take an expression and subtract 3 outside the expression, that just lowers the graph by 3. Most people, that's common sense, and it seems to work. Now, this note is wrong. Let's fix the note first. Yep, this is supposed to say x plus 2 like that. All right. Now, for this one, what we did was we kept plugging the number, adding in 2 first, and then finding the y value. We saw that we got the same y values, but they were moved. Now, how are they moved? Let's look. You can see that we get exactly the same y values. All the black ones are the new ones. All the green ones were the original. And you can see that all the black ones are just moved the same points, but moved 2 to the left. So you can see that when we put an x plus 2 on the inside, it moves the graph 2 to the left. If that feels a little bit strange to you, think of it this way. What we really did is we moved the x-axis 2 units to the right, and we didn't move to the graph. When you start taking more upper-level mathematics, that's the way you'll have to think of it. But we don't have to think of it now. We can think of it just in terms of the numbers and in terms of the expression. Now let's go to the last one. This is y equals f of x minus 3. Remember to make this little table. We kept subtracting 3 from the x value, then going back to the table. These are the values we got. When I plot the points, you can see I get points that have the same height as the original. These are all in orange, but they're all moved 3 units to the right. So what that shows us, well, so I can make a mess of anything, I guess, is that when we put an x minus 3 instead of an x, that moves all those points 3 units to the right. Changes we make inside the function move the graph to the left and right. Changes we add outside the expression move things up and down. If we go over to our text, they have just a nice little summary here just before the exercises, and you should keep this in mind every time we're doing this.